Investment Levels of the Rich, written and published by Rich Audiobooks. Starting your wealth-building journey with $1,000 0 cents monthly income feels like trying to fill an ocean with a teaspoon. Yet this precise stage, where every dollar counts, presents a unique opportunity to build the foundation of your financial future. The constraints you face now will forge the discipline and wisdom that will serve you throughout your wealth-building journey. Your first priority is establishing an emergency fund, even if you can only set aside $50 0 cents each month. This financial buffer might seem small, but it represents your first line of defense against the unexpected. While others might suggest 3 to 6 months of expenses, start with a goal of $500 0 cents. This initial milestone will give you confidence and momentum while protecting you from minor financial setbacks. Lesson 1. At $1 0 cents, K/month save and learn, aggressively. The real power at this income level lies in leveraging free and low-cost resources to increase your earning potential. Your local library becomes your university, offering books, online courses, and often free internet access. Spend at least 2 hours daily learning skills that the market values highly: programming, digital marketing, data analysis, or content creation. Track every dollar that enters and leaves your life. This isn't about restriction, it's about awareness. Use free apps to monitor your spending patterns and identify areas where money leaks away through small, unconscious purchases. The goal isn't to eliminate all pleasure, but to make conscious choices about where your limited resources go. Often, you'll find that $100 0 cents spent on learning yields more long-term satisfaction than the same amount spent on temporary pleasures. Cultivate relationships with people who share your ambition for growth. Join free networking groups, attend community events, and participate in online forums where successful people gather. While you might not have money to invest in formal networking events, you can invest time in building genuine relationships. These connections often lead to opportunities that money couldn't buy. Start a side project that costs nothing but time. Whether it's writing online content, creating YouTube tutorials, or helping local businesses with their social media, focus on activities that build your portfolio while teaching you valuable skills. The experience gained here will compound as your income grows. Living on $1,000 0 cents a month forces you to become resourceful. Embrace this challenge as your personal MBA in financial creativity. Learn to negotiate everything: your rent, your phone bill, your groceries. Each dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested in your growth. This habit of questioning expenses and finding creative solutions will serve you well even when you're earning 6 figures. Your mindset during this phase is crucial. While others see scarcity, train yourself to see opportunity. Every financial constraint is an invitation to solve a problem creatively. Every setback is a lesson in resilience. Document your journey, your lessons, and your small wins. This record will become both your roadmap and your motivation as you progress. Many of today's wealthy people started with less than $1,000 0 cents monthly income. What set them apart wasn't their starting point, but their dedication to learning and their strategic use of limited resources. You're not just saving money, you're building the mental muscles and habits that will support your journey to wealth. Every book you read, every skill you learn, and every dollar you save is laying the groundwork for your future prosperity. Your focus now should be on maximizing your learning-to-earning ratio. Seek out mentors who have walked your path, even if that mentorship comes through books and online content. Develop the habit of asking yourself before any purchase, will this expense bring me closer to my financial goals? This simple question will help you make clearer decisions about where to allocate your limited resources. Lesson 2. At $2 0 cents, K/month, invest in high-income skills. When your monthly income reaches $2,000 0 cents, you've crossed an important threshold that opens new possibilities for investment, not in traditional assets, but in yourself. This is the stage where strategic skill acquisition becomes your most powerful wealth-building tool, offering returns that far exceed traditional investments. The modern economy rewards specialized knowledge and practical abilities that solve real problems. Technical skills like programming, data analysis, and digital marketing consistently command premium rates in the marketplace. But equally valuable are human-centered abilities like sales, negotiation, and effective communication. The key is identifying skills that sit at the intersection of your interests, market demand, and potential for income growth. Your learning journey should be methodical and focused. Rather than spreading yourself thin across multiple disciplines, choose one primary skill to master and one complementary skill to support it. For example, combining web development with user interface design, or financial analysis with business communication. This focused approach creates a unique skill stack that makes you more valuable than someone who only specializes in one area. The Internet has democratized education, making world-class learning resources available at minimal cost. Platforms like Coursera, edX, and LinkedIn Learning offer structured courses, while YouTube and industry blogs provide free, cutting-edge knowledge. However, consumption without implementation leads nowhere. For every hour spent learning, spend at least 2 hours practicing and applying your new skills to real projects. Building a portfolio becomes crucial at this stage. Whether it's a GitHub repository for coding projects, a design portfolio on Behance, or case studies of business problems you've solved, tangible proof of your abilities speaks louder than any certification. Start with personal projects or volunteer work if necessary. The goal is to demonstrate practical application of your skills. Networking becomes an essential component of your skill development strategy. Join professional communities, attend industry meetups, even virtual ones, and engage with practitioners in your chosen field. These connections not only provide mentorship and learning opportunities, but often lead to job opportunities or client relationships that can significantly increase your income. While formal certifications can be valuable, they should not be your primary focus. The market cares more about your ability to deliver results than the credentials on your wall. However, certain industries and roles do require specific certifications. Research your target field carefully to understand which credentials truly matter and which are merely nice to have. Addition. Time management becomes critical when investing in skill development while maintaining a full-time job. Create a structured learning schedule that utilizes your peak cognitive hours. Early mornings or late evenings often provide uninterrupted focus time. Break down your learning goals into daily, actionable steps rather than overwhelming weekly or monthly targets. Track your progress not just in terms of knowledge gained, but in marketable outcomes. How many projects have you completed? What problems have you solved? What tangible results can you show potential employers or clients? This outcome-focused approach ensures your skill investment translates into real income opportunities. Skill development is a continuous journey, not a destination. Markets evolve, technologies change, and new opportunities emerge. The habits and learning systems you establish now will serve you throughout your career. Your goal at this income level is not just to acquire skills, but to build a sustainable framework for continuous professional growth that will compound your earning potential over time. Lesson 3. At $3.00 K/month. Automate savings and reduce debt. Reaching a monthly income of $3,000.00 marks an important transition point in your financial journey. At this stage, you have enough breathing room to implement systems that will serve as the foundation for your future wealth. The key is to make your financial success automatic rather than relying on willpower and manual decisions. The first step is to architect your automated financial ecosystem. Your paycheck should flow into a central account that automatically distributes funds to designated purposes. Set up automatic transfers that move money to your emergency fund, retirement accounts, and specific savings goals the day after you get paid. This pay-yourself-first approach ensures that saving becomes your default behavior rather than an afterthought. Debt reduction becomes a critical focus at this income level. List all your debts and implement either the avalanche method, targeting highest interest rates first, or the snowball method, paying off smallest balances first. Automate minimum payments on all debts, then direct additional funds to your target debt. As each debt is eliminated, redirect those payments to the next debt on your list, creating an accelerating cycle of debt elimination. The psychology of automation extends beyond just saving and debt payment. Set up automatic bill payments for regular expenses to avoid late fees and maintain a strong credit score. Create spending triggers and alerts that notify you when accounts drop below certain thresholds or when unusual spending patterns emerge. These psychological guardrails help maintain financial discipline without requiring constant attention. Your credit score becomes increasingly important at this stage. request your free credit reports, and analyze them for errors or improvement opportunities. Consider securing a credit limit increase on existing cards, but avoid opening new credit lines unless strategically necessary. A strong credit score will become crucial for future real estate investments and business opportunities. Negotiation takes on new importance at $3,000 0 monthly income. Review all regular expenses from insurance to phone plans and negotiate better rates. Many service providers offer loyalty discounts or will match competitor prices when asked. The money saved through negotiation can be automatically directed to your investment fund, creating another source of wealth accumulation. Building your first serious investment fund requires patience and consistency. Start with a high-yield savings account for your emergency fund, then expand into certificates of deposit or money market accounts for medium-term savings. Research online banks that offer competitive interest rates and low fees. The goal is to build a liquid foundation of capital that will enable future investment opportunities. The $3,000 0 monthly income level often represents the first time many people can truly begin thinking beyond survival mode. Use this psychological shift to your advantage by learning about tax optimization and retirement account strategies. Consider opening a Roth IRA or maximizing employer retirement matching if available. The tax advantages of these accounts, combined with automated contributions, create a powerful wealth-building engine. Plated automation is not set and forget. Schedule quarterly reviews of your automated systems to ensure they align with your evolving financial goals and circumstances. Adjust contribution amounts as your income grows and realign your debt reduction strategy as balances change. The power of automation comes from consistent execution over time, creating a foundation of financial habits that will serve you as your wealth continues to grow. Lesson 4. At $5 0 K/month, start investing in index funds. Reaching a monthly income of $5,000 0 marks a crucial transition point in your wealth-building journey. At this stage, you've likely established solid financial habits and maintained an emergency fund. Now it's time to harness the power of the stock market through index fund investing, one of the most reliable ways to build long-term wealth. Index funds offer an elegant solution for investors seeking broad market exposure without the complexity and risk of picking individual stocks. These investment vehicles track specific market indices such as the S&P 500, providing instant diversification across hundreds or thousands of companies. Warren Buffett himself has advocated for index fund investing as the smartest choice for most people, and the historical data supports this approach. The beauty of index fund investing lies in its simplicity and efficiency. With expense ratios often below 0.1%, these funds minimize the fees that can erode your returns over time. The automatic rebalancing feature ensures your portfolio maintains its intended allocation without requiring active management on your part. This passive approach also helps investors avoid the emotional pitfalls that often lead to poor timing decisions when trying to beat the market. At $5,000 0 monthly income, you should aim to invest at least 20 to 30% of your earnings into index funds through tax-advantaged accounts. Start with your employer's 401k if available, especially if there's a matching contribution. This is essentially free money. Once you've maximized your match, consider opening a Roth IRA for tax-free growth potential. The combination of these accounts creates a powerful tax-efficient investment strategy. Your investment strategy should reflect your age and risk tolerance. The common approach is to subtract your age from 110 to determine your stock allocation percentage, with the remainder in bonds. For example, a 30-year-old might hold 80% in stock index funds and 20% in bond index funds. This provides a good balance between growth potential and stability, though you can adjust based on your personal circumstances and comfort level. Market volatility is inevitable, and this is where dollar-cost averaging becomes your ally. By investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of market conditions, you avoid the risk of poorly timed lump sum investments. This systematic approach helps you take advantage of market dips while reducing the anxiety of trying to time the market. Market downturns are opportunities to buy more shares at lower prices. Understanding tax implications becomes increasingly important at this income level. Consider holding tax-efficient funds in taxable accounts and less tax-efficient investments in your retirement accounts. Some index funds are specifically designed to minimize taxable distributions, making them ideal for non-retirement accounts. This tax-aware approach can significantly impact your long-term return. The psychological aspect of investing cannot be overlooked. Your investment strategy should be one you can stick with through market cycles. Create an investment policy statement that outlines your goals, asset allocation, and rebalancing schedule. This document serves as your compass during market turbulence, helping you stay committed to your long-term strategy rather than reacting to short-term market movements. As your portfolio grows, resist the temptation to complicate your strategy with exotic investment products or frequent trading. The most successful investors often have the simplest portfolios. Focus on maintaining low costs, broad diversification, and regular contributions. This disciplined approach to index fund investing, combined with your growing income, sets the foundation for significant wealth accumulation in the decades ahead. Lesson 5. At $7.00 K/monthly Explorer Side Businesses. Reaching a monthly income of $7,000.00 marks an important transition point where you have enough stability to start thinking beyond your primary income source. This is the ideal stage to explore entrepreneurial ventures while maintaining the security of your main job. The key is to approach side businesses strategically, using your existing skills and resources to create additional income streams without compromising your current financial stability. Starting a side business doesn't necessarily mean launching a complex operation or investing substantial capital. The most successful side ventures often begin as extensions of your existing expertise or passionate interests. For instance, a marketing professional might start consulting for small businesses during evenings, or a fitness enthusiast could launch online training sessions during weekends. These ventures require minimal initial investment while leveraging your established knowledge base. The digital economy has created unprecedented opportunities for side businesses. E-commerce platforms, freelance marketplaces, and social media have dramatically reduced the barriers to entry for aspiring entrepreneurs. You can test business ideas with minimal risk using platforms like Shopify, Etsy, or Upwork to reach potential customers globally. The key is to start small and validate your concept before making significant investments of time or money. Time management becomes crucial at this stage. With a full-time job providing your primary income, you'll need to be strategic about how you allocate your energy. Start by dedicating specific hours to your side business, treating it with the same professionalism as your main job. Many successful entrepreneurs begin with just 2 hours per day, often early morning or late evening, to build their ventures without burning out. As your side business grows, you'll need to understand the legal and tax implications of your new venture. Consider forming an LLC or appropriate business structure to protect your personal assets and optimize tax benefits. Working with a tax professional who understands small business operations can help you navigate deductions, quarterly payments, and proper record keeping. The real power of side businesses lies in their potential for scalability. Unlike traditional employment, where income is typically limited by hours worked, a well-structured side business can grow without a proportional increase in time investment. Focus on creating systems and processes that can be automated or delegated as your venture expands. This might involve using software tools for routine tasks, creating standard operating procedures, or eventually hiring virtual assistants. Digital products and services offer particularly attractive opportunities for scaling. Creating online courses, writing e-books, or developing software solutions allows you to serve multiple customers simultaneously without increasing your time commitment. The initial effort to create these products can be substantial, but the potential for passive income makes them valuable long-term assets. Most importantly, approach your side business as a learning laboratory. Every challenge you encounter, whether in marketing, customer service, or operations, builds valuable entrepreneurial skills. These experiences prepare you for larger business opportunities and help you develop the mindset needed for bigger ventures. Even if your first attempt doesn't become a massive success, the knowledge gained is invaluable for future entrepreneurial endeavors. As your side business generates revenue, resist the temptation to spend all the profits. Instead, reinvest a significant portion back into the business while maintaining your regular saving and investing habits. This disciplined approach ensures you're building multiple streams of income while strengthening your overall financial position. The goal is to create a sustainable venture that can potentially grow into a significant source of wealth, complementing your existing income and investments. Lesson 6. At $10.00 K/month, buy cash flowing assets. Reaching a monthly income of $10,000, 0 cents marks an important transition point in your wealth-building journey. At this stage, you're ready to move beyond traditional investment vehicles and begin acquiring assets that generate consistent cash flow. This shift from passive investing to active asset acquisition represents a fundamental change in how your money works for you. Cash-flowing assets serve as the backbone of sustainable wealth creation. Unlike growth stocks or speculative investments, these assets provide regular income streams while potentially appreciating in value. Real estate stands as a prime example, offering both monthly rental income and long-term appreciation potential. Starting with a single residential property can teach valuable lessons about property management, tenant relations, and the mechanics of leveraging debt responsibly. Dive investing offers another avenue for creating reliable income streams. Focus on established companies with long histories of consistent dividend payments and regular increases. Build a diversified portfolio of dividend aristocrats companies that have increased their dividends for at least 25 consecutive years. This approach provides growing passive income while maintaining the potential for capital appreciation. Business acquisitions present a more hands-on opportunity for those willing to take an operational role. Small, established businesses with proven track records can be acquired using seller financing, reducing the initial capital requirement. Look for businesses with stable customer bases, reliable cash flow, and opportunities for optimization through modern management techniques and technology integration. Intellectual property and royalties represent an often overlooked category of cash-flowing assets. This might include investing in music royalties, patent rights, or content licensing. Digital assets, such as established websites or apps with consistent revenue streams, can provide passive income while requiring minimal maintenance. These assets often come with higher initial learning curves, but can offer exceptional returns relative to the investment. Grip management becomes increasingly crucial as you build your portfolio of cash-flowing assets. Each asset class carries unique risks and requires specific expertise to manage effectively. Develop systems to monitor performance, maintain proper insurance coverage, and ensure regulatory compliance. Create emergency funds specifically for each asset category to handle unexpected expenses or temporary income disruption. The key to success with cash-flowing assets lies in understanding the operational aspects of each investment. Whether it's property management, dividend analysis, or business operations, deep knowledge of your chosen asset class provides a competitive advantage. Start with one asset type, master its nuances, and gradually expand into others as your expertise and comfort level grow. Leverage becomes a powerful tool at this income level, but it must be used judiciously. Traditional financing, private lending, and creative capital structures can help acquire assets with minimal cash outlay. However, maintain conservative debt ratios and ensure each investment generates sufficient cash flow to cover all associated costs, including debt service, with a healthy margin of safety. Building a portfolio of cash-flowing assets requires patience and disciplined execution. Focus on assets that align with your skills, interests, and long-term objectives. Document your due diligence process, create standardized evaluation criteria, and maintain detailed records of asset performance. This systematic approach helps identify patterns, improve decision-making, and scale your portfolio effectively over time. Your goal at this stage should be creating multiple streams of passive income that eventually exceed your active income. This transition from earned to passive income represents true financial freedom. Reinvest a portion of the cash flow to acquire additional assets, creating a snowball effect that accelerates wealth building. The compound effect of multiple cash-flowing assets working in concert creates a robust foundation for long-term financial success. Lesson 7. At $15.00 hire professionals to protect wealth. When your monthly income reaches $15,000, you've entered a territory where professional guidance becomes not just valuable, but essential. The complexity of your financial life has likely increased significantly, and the stakes are too high to manage everything alone. This is the stage where building a reliable team of professionals becomes your most important investment. Your first priority should be finding a qualified tax professional who understands both personal and business taxation. At this income level, tax strategy becomes increasingly complex, and the right CPA can save you tens of thousands of dollars annually through proper planning and structuring. Look for someone who takes a proactive approach, scheduling quarterly meetings to review your situation and adjust strategies as needed. A qualified financial advisor becomes your next crucial team member. While you may have managed your investments independently until now, the sophistication of your portfolio and the need for integrated planning demands expertise. Seek out a fee-only fiduciary advisor who operates with complete transparency and aligns with your investment philosophy. They should help you optimize your asset allocation, manage risk, and coordinate with other professionals on your team. Legal protection becomes paramount at this stage, making an experienced attorney an indispensable ally. Your legal counsel should help you establish proper entity structures, such as LLCs or trusts, to protect your growing wealth from potential lawsuits and claims. They'll also guide you through more sophisticated estate planning, ensuring your assets are structured to minimize estate taxes and transfer efficiently to your chosen beneficiary. Insurance planning takes on new dimensions beyond basic life and health coverage. Consider working with an independent insurance advisor who can help you evaluate umbrella liability policies, key person insurance for your business interests, and specialized coverage for unique assets. The right insurance strategy creates a protective shield around your wealth, preventing catastrophic losses from derailing your financial progress. Your wealth management team should also include a banking relationship manager who understands high net worth services. They can provide access to specialized lending products, business banking solutions, and private banking services that become increasingly relevant as your wealth grows. This relationship becomes particularly valuable when you need to finance major purchases or investments. As you assemble your team, remember that coordination between these professionals is crucial. Your CPA should talk to your financial advisor about tax-efficient investment strategies. Your attorney should communicate with your insurance advisor about asset protection strategies. Create a system where your key advisors meet periodically to ensure all aspects of your wealth management strategy work in harmony. The cost of maintaining this professional team might seem significant, but it's an investment that typically pays for itself many times over. Consider that a single missed tax strategy or unprotected asset could cost you far more than years of professional fees. The peace of mind that comes from knowing experts are watching over different aspects of your financial life allows you to focus on what you do best, growing your income and pursuing new opportunities. Your role evolves from being a hands-on manager of every financial detail to becoming the CEO of your personal wealth. You'll need to learn enough about each area to ask intelligent questions and make informed decisions, but you shouldn't be spending your time on the technical details that professionals can handle more efficiently. This transition from operator to overseer marks an important evolution in your wealth journey, setting the stage for more sophisticated investment strategies and continued growth. Lesson 8. At $20.00 K/month, must give his real estate or equity. Reaching a monthly income of $20,000, 0 cents marks your entry into sophisticated investment territory, where scaling becomes both possible and necessary for continued wealth growth. At this level, you're ready to move beyond basic investment vehicles and into more complex opportunities that can significantly amplify your wealth-building potential. Real estate at this income level takes on a different character than residential investments. Commercial properties, multifamily properties, and development projects become accessible through larger down payments and better financing terms. These investments typically offer stronger cash flow potential and the opportunity for substantial appreciation. The key is understanding how to evaluate commercial properties based on cap rates, net operating income, and potential value-add opportunities. Private equity investments open up a new world of possibilities at this income level. You can now participate in deals that were previously out of reach, including early-stage companies, growth-stage businesses, and even leveraged buyouts. These investments often require longer holding periods but can generate significant returns through both cash flow and equity appreciation. Your higher income also qualifies you as an accredited investor, giving you access to exclusive investment opportunities not available to the general public. Syndication deals become particularly attractive at this stage. By pooling your capital with other investors, you can participate in larger real estate or business ventures while maintaining diversification. These arrangements often come with professional management teams who handle day-to-day operations, allowing you to benefit from passive ownership while focusing on your primary income source. Modern investment platforms have democratized access to alternative investments. Online real estate platforms, equity crowdfunding sites, and private investment marketplaces offer carefully vetted opportunities with lower minimum investments than traditional private equity funds. These platforms provide detailed due diligence materials, professional management, and regular reporting, making it easier to build a diversified portfolio of alternative investments. Risk management takes on new importance as your investment portfolio grows. While concentration can build wealth quickly, it can also lead to significant losses. The goal is to find the right balance between concentration and diversification. This might mean focusing on a specific real estate market or industry sector while spreading investments across multiple properties or companies within that niche. Due diligence becomes more critical and complex at this level. You'll need to develop frameworks for evaluating different types of investments, understanding complex legal structures, and assessing management teams. This includes analyzing financial statements, market conditions, competitive landscapes, and potential risks. Building relationships with experienced investors, industry experts, and professional advisors becomes invaluable for deal flow and evaluation. Your investment strategy should now incorporate tax efficiency and asset protection. Different investment structures, such as LLCs, limited partnerships, or trusts, can provide both tax advantages and liability protection. Understanding how these structures work and when to use them becomes essential for preserving and growing wealth. The transition to larger-scale investments also requires developing new skills and knowledge. This might include understanding commercial lease structures, learning to read private placement memorandums, or becoming familiar with different types of investment vehicles. Continuous education through industry conferences, professional networks, and specialized training programs becomes increasingly important. The psychological aspects of investing at this level also change. Deals are larger, stakes are higher, and decisions can have long-lasting implications. Developing emotional discipline and clear decision-making processes becomes crucial. This includes knowing when to pass on opportunities that don't meet your criteria, regardless of how attractive they might seem on the surface. Lesson 9. At $30.00 K/month. Build your own brand or fund. At this level of income, you've proven your ability to generate significant wealth, and now it's time to leverage that success into something bigger than yourself. Building your own brand or investment fund represents a natural progression from being a successful individual to becoming an institution that can outlast your direct involvement. Creating a personal brand at this stage isn't about social media followers or becoming an influencer. It's about establishing yourself as an authority in your field and creating a platform that attracts opportunities. Your experience and success give you the credibility to speak on wealth creation, and your network likely includes other successful people who can validate and amplify your message. This authority can be monetized through speaking engagements, consulting opportunities, and partnership deals that wouldn't be available to those without your track record. Starting your own investment fund requires a different approach, but builds on similar principles. Whether it's a small private equity fund, a real estate investment trust, or a venture capital firm, you're now in a position to pool capital from your network and leverage your expertise to generate returns for others. The key is to focus on an area where you have demonstrated success and deep understanding. Your personal track record becomes your strongest marketing tool. The legal and regulatory requirements for fund management are complex and vary by jurisdiction, making it essential to work with specialized attorneys and compliance experts. You'll need to understand the different fund structures available, from limited partnerships to more complex vehicles, and choose the one that best aligns with your investment strategy and investor base. The initial setup costs can be substantial, but the potential for scaling your wealth management activities makes it worthwhile. Building either a brand or fund requires careful attention to governance and operations. You'll need to establish clear processes, hire key team members, and create systems that can handle growth. This might include investment analysts, operations managers, marketing professionals, and administrative staff. The goal is to create an organization that can function effectively even when you're not directly involved in every decision. Technology plays a crucial role in scaling these ventures. Modern fund management software, customer relationship management systems, and communication platforms can help you maintain professional relationships with investors and stakeholders while ensuring operational efficiency. These tools also provide the transparency and reporting capabilities that sophisticated investors expect. Your network becomes even more valuable at this stage. Other fund managers, family offices, and institutional investors can become partners or limited partners in your ventures. Building relationships with these entities opens doors to co-investment opportunities and deal flow that wouldn't be available to smaller investors. These relationships also provide valuable insights into market trends and best practices in fund management. Risk management takes on new dimensions when you're responsible for other people's capital. You'll need to develop robust investment criteria, due diligence processes, and risk mitigation strategies. This includes understanding and planning for market cycles, maintaining adequate liquidity, and having contingency plans for various scenarios. Your personal reputation and the trust others place in you become valuable assets that must be protected through prudent decision-making and transparent communication. Education continues to be important, but now it's about understanding the nuances of fund management, securities laws, and institutional investment practices. Consider advanced certifications or executive education programs that focus on fund management and institutional investing. These programs not only provide valuable knowledge, but also connect you with peers who are building similar ventures. The transition from successful individual investor to brand or fund manager marks a significant evolution in your wealth-building journey. It requires new skills, different relationships, and a broader perspective on wealth creation. The rewards extend beyond financial returns to include the satisfaction of helping others build wealth and creating a lasting legacy in the financial world. Lesson 10. At $50 K/month, diversify into luxury and legacy assets. At this level of income, your investment strategy naturally evolves beyond mere wealth accumulation to include both preservation and lifestyle enhancement. The $50,000 monthly income threshold opens doors to luxury assets that can serve dual purposes: personal enjoyment and long-term value appreciation. These investments often include rare collectibles, fine art, premium real estate in world-class locations, and other alternative assets that historically maintain or increase in value over time. The art market, for instance, has demonstrated remarkable resilience during economic downturns, making it an attractive diversification tool for high-net-worth people. However, successful art investing requires deep market knowledge or trusted advisors who understand both artistic merit and market dynamics. Consider building relationships with reputable galleries, attending major art fairs, and joining collector groups to develop your eye and network within this space. Luxury real estate in prime locations represents another compelling opportunity at this income level. Unlike standard residential properties, premium real estate in major global cities or exclusive resort destinations often appreciates differently from the general housing market. These properties can provide both personal enjoyment and potential rental income while serving as a hedge against inflation and currency fluctuations. Rare collectibles, including vintage automobiles, fine wines, and limited edition timepieces, offer another avenue for diversification. These assets often appreciate in value while providing tangible enjoyment and status symbols that can enhance your personal brand and network. The key is to approach these investments with the same due diligence you would apply to any other investment, understanding market trends, authenticity verification, and proper storage or maintenance requirements. Legacy planning becomes increasingly important at this income level. Consider establishing private foundations or donor-advised funds that can help minimize tax liability while creating lasting social impact. These vehicles allow you to support causes you care about while potentially involving future generations in philanthropy, creating a meaningful family legacy that extends beyond financial wealth. Investment-grade precious metals and gems represent another category worth exploring. Unlike paper assets, physical precious metals provide a tangible store of value that has historically served as a hedge against economic uncertainty. Similarly, investment-grade diamonds and colored gems can offer portfolio diversification while doubling as wearable assets. At $50,000 monthly income, you're also well-positioned to explore exclusive investment opportunities like blue-chip NFTs, private banking services, and invitation-only investment funds. These opportunities often come with higher minimum investments, but can provide access to unique assets and strategies not available to the general public. The key is to maintain a balanced approach, ensuring these exclusive investments complement rather than dominate your overall portfolio strategy. The psychological aspect of managing wealth at this level requires careful attention. It's essential to avoid lifestyle inflation that could erode your wealth-building capacity. Instead, focus on acquiring assets that combine personal enjoyment with strong potential for value appreciation. This approach allows you to enjoy the fruits of your success while continuing to build and preserve wealth for future generations. Consider implementing a structured approach to luxury and legacy asset acquisition, perhaps allocating a specific percentage of your monthly income to these investments. This helps maintain discipline while ensuring your core investment strategy remains intact. Many luxury assets require specialized insurance, security measures, and maintenance programs, factors that should be carefully considered in your overall financial planning. Lesson 11. Building teams and mentoring others, the path to legacy. At $100,000, 0 cents per month in income, you've reached a level where your impact can extend far beyond your personal wealth. This stage represents an opportunity to create lasting value through team building and mentorship, transforming your success into a platform for elevating others. Your first priority should be assembling a world-class team that can multiply your effectiveness. This means moving beyond simply hiring employees to cultivating leaders who can operate independently within your vision. Look for people who complement your strengths and bring fresh perspectives to your enterprises. The key is to focus on character and potential rather than just experience. You can teach skills, but you can't instill integrity. Leadership at this level requires a fundamental shift in how you view your role. Rather than being the primary driver of results, your job becomes creating an environment where others can excel. This means implementing robust systems for communication, decision-making, and accountability, while giving your team members the autonomy they need to grow. Consider establishing a leadership development program within your organization to systematically cultivate the next generation of talent. Mentorship becomes particularly crucial at this income level. Your experiences and insights are invaluable to those following in your footsteps. Consider establishing formal mentorship programs or creating educational content that shares your journey and lessons learned. This might include writing books, hosting workshops, or creating online courses that distill your expertise into actionable guidance for others. Investment in your team's growth should be substantial and strategic. This includes not just traditional training and development, but also creating opportunities for your team members to build wealth themselves. Consider implementing profit-sharing programs, equity participation, or helping key team members start their own ventures. The goal is to create an ecosystem of success that extends beyond your immediate influence. The technological infrastructure supporting your team becomes increasingly important. Invest in sophisticated project management tools, communication platforms, and data analytics systems that enable your organization to operate efficiently at scale. The right technology stack can dramatically multiply the effectiveness of your team while providing the transparency needed for proper oversight. Risk management takes on new dimensions when leading teams. Beyond financial considerations, you must protect your organization's culture and reputation. This means implementing robust compliance programs, ethical guidelines, and professional development frameworks. Your team should understand not just what to do, but why it matters and how it aligns with your organization's values. At this level, your influence extends into your industry and community. Consider establishing think tanks, research initiatives, or industry groups that can drive positive change beyond your immediate organization. Your platform gives you the ability to shape conversations and influence policy in ways that benefit entire sectors or communities. The creation of intellectual property becomes a strategic priority. Your team's collective knowledge and experience should be captured and systematized in ways that create lasting value. This might include developing proprietary methodologies, creating innovative solutions to industry challenges, or establishing new standards of excellence in your field. Your role as a mentor extends to wealth creation and preservation strategies for your team. Share your investment philosophy, teach financial literacy, and create opportunities for your team members to build their own investment portfolios. This might include establishing investment clubs, providing financial education resources, or creating co-investment opportunities in promising ventures. The ultimate measure of success at this level isn't just financial returns. It's the number of lives you've positively impacted through your leadership and mentorship. Your legacy will be measured by the success stories you've helped create, the innovations you've fostered, and the positive changes you've catalyzed in your industry and community. This is where true wealth creation transcends individual success to become a force for collective advancement. Lesson 12. At every level, stay humble and strategic. Molyneux Pierre Couchet to Goodwin M. El Nahu at home and abroad. The journey to wealth is like climbing a mountain. The higher you go, the thinner the air becomes, and the more carefully you must watch your steps. The most successful wealth builders understand that maintaining humility and strategic thinking isn't just a nice-to-have quality, it's essential for long-term success and fulfillment. This mindset becomes your compass, guiding you through both prosperity and challenge. True wealth builders recognize that money is merely a tool, not a measure of personal worth. They understand that their current position, regardless of how impressive it might seem, is often the result of countless factors beyond their control: timing, circumstances, opportunities, and the support of others. This awareness breeds gratitude and prevents the arrogance that often leads to poor decisions and alienated relationships. Strategic thinking at every income level means constantly evaluating your position and adjusting your approach. The market changes, technologies evolve, and opportunities shift. The humble strategist remains open to new information and willing to admit when their assumptions are wrong. They seek feedback, welcome constructive criticism, and value the perspectives of those both above and below their current financial station. Money has a way of amplifying who we already are. If you're generous at $1,000, 0 cents a month, you'll likely be generous at $100,000, 0 cents a month. If you're fearful and mistrusting at lower income levels, more money rarely solves these underlying issues. This is why developing strong character and emotional intelligence alongside financial intelligence is crucial. The wealthiest people often attribute their success not to their financial strategies, but to their ability to maintain perspective and make level-headed decisions under pressure. Learning never stops for the strategic wealth builder. They remain students of the market, of human nature, and of themselves. They read voraciously, seek mentorship, and study both successes and failures in their field. This continuous education isn't driven by insecurity, but by genuine curiosity and respect for the complexity of wealth building. The humble strategist also understands the importance of giving back. They recognize that their success creates opportunities to lift others, whether through mentoring, investing in others' dreams, or supporting causes they believe in. This isn't just altruism, it's good strategy. Building a network of goodwill and helping others succeed creates resilience in your own financial ecosystem. Privacy and discretion become increasingly important as wealth grows. The strategic wealth builder knows when to celebrate successes and when to keep achievements quiet. They understand that attention can bring both opportunities and complications. They focus on building sustainable wealth rather than displaying it, knowing that true financial freedom often comes from being underestimated rather than overexposed. Every financial level presents its own challenges and opportunities. The strategic mind doesn't rush to the next level without mastering the current one. They understand that skipping steps often leads to unstable foundations. Each level builds upon the last, creating not just wealth, but wisdom and capability. The most enduring fortunes are built by those who remain teachable and adaptable throughout their journey. They maintain the beginner's mind that served them at $1,000, 0 cents a month, even as they manage millions. They respect the power of money without being controlled by it, and they never let their net worth become their self-worth. This balanced approach to wealth building, humble yet ambitious, strategic yet flexible, creates not just financial success, but a legacy worth passing on.